The walk-in talks are back, and I love walking. The only thing that I love more than walking is eating. And let's be honest, I'm about to turn 42 years old, and I've got a dad bod. So my mission that we will monitor is to reach the mythical 73 kilograms. So if you wanted to see the wild side of Japan, check out Rob's CD. But if you want to see backyards and parks, here we go.
Welcome to another thrilling edition of PremierTwo. My name is Peter, and if you're watching the VOD right now on YouTube, boy, do I have news for you. Shut the hell up about my ugly haircut. I'm not getting it cut. I'm not doing it. It's in a growth phase. Now that we have that taken care of, we can have the rest of the show. But I feel like it needs to be stated initially, because half of the comments that I see are about my hair. So first of all, how you guys doing? It is Sunday morning. It is 9:22 a.m. I had a couple of major mistakes. I am very, very lucky because I came far from home and I left something broken at my house. And luckily, Yuki was able to fix it. Like, she was able to hack into the mainframe and sort everything out. So everyone, thank you to Yuki. Today is pretty simple, and it's gonna take us about 4 hours, I reckon. The quest is for a burrito. We're going to Chile's in Harajuku, and I'm gonna walk through Yoyogi Park, and I'm gonna make my way towards a burrito, and god damn it, I'm gonna earn it. I'm gonna earn that burrito today. We're gonna enjoy it. I've got the gear, I've got 2 batteries. Oh, my coffee, kampai.
50 subs? Yeehaw!
What the fuck? That's crazy. Holy shit. There's like a line of people trying to get into the library, and they all just heard Kleben Splurknurch pog off. Sumimasen. Oh, konnichiwa. Gomennasai. Chotto. Sumimasen. I'm too loud, so some of the people are taking notice of my voice. You can see the shame resonating off my face. All right, let's get this show on the road.
Yeehaw!
Huh? What's going on? Hey, Pete, you're so healthy lately. I think you're looking a lot better. I wish I got out more myself. I'm not where I need to be or where I want to be, but I've noticed a marked shift in my mental health since I started walking and eating a little bit better. I'm the kind of guy that when I like to have a few bruisers, I maybe overshare and I'm kind of annoying and I go out too late, and I always wake up with like regrets. Like, I shouldn't have done that. I shouldn't have said that. I wonder if I said anything weird. Was I even funny? But I like spending time with my friends in that, but I do feel great. I feel healthy. And it sucks because I don't obviously, like, to the drinking thing. It's not even that I did anything wrong, right? And you just feel like you did. You just feel like, oh, I hope I wasn't a vibe killer. Overthinking, my friends, it's the death of progress. My point about the drinking thing was, though, is don't overthink it. If you go bro man and you have a little, you say too much or you feel like you said too much, don't live in the past. You can walk it off after 24 hours of rest the next day, like I did. I didn't even sleep in my bed. It was all on the couch. Look at that. Look at those. Sakura, Sakura. It's beautiful. So I looked in the mirror naked today, which is always a frightening thing. I almost always keep the lights off, but I'll tell you this, my legs, they're strong. That's the only good thing about my body. My legs from these walk-in talks have become absolutely the highlight of my physique. In the forehead. These things can handle some heavy duty walking and talking and stuff, and cycling, I think. So cardio needs to I think I should do a couple of jogging days. Now, this is probably gonna all be wrong now in the future, but exercise bikes were harder for me last year than the actual day. And that was because we actually stopped pretty regularly. It's like stoplights here, 10 minutes there, stop again. Whereas on the bike, I would cycle for like an hour straight. We've been having some really good success with the walking, and I think it's gonna set up a really good foundation going forward of being healthier. Bye, guys. Good luck today at work. See those green cars right there, those higher ones? They're running a special promotion right now. where you can ride them for free, because normally they cost like 700 yen per visit. Actually, hold on a minute. I've noticed I get a recurring pain now in the back of my calf, like in between my calf and my like right here. So let's stretch it out for a minute. Okay. Actually, the other way is cooler. This is the other way is more anime. Don't tell Yuki I'm about to do this. Yuki's gonna get mad if she sees this. That's the one I gotta do beforehand right here. That's the one. That's the one that's gonna get you. Okay. What is wrong with my 41-year-old leg? Okay. Pete, don't you feel like you're 31? On some days, yes. When I'm like, it's like 3:30 in the morning and I'm playing video games, I feel like I'm in my 20s. When I do anything physical, like stand up from the toilet seat or walk to the kitchen or go on a walk and talk, I feel quite aged. So those make me feel somewhere in my 50s. This is Mitaka Station, a place that we have frequented a fair amount because I live around the Kichijoji area and I always go east to start. No, I go west. I go west to start because I found a bunch of coffee shops that don't mind me sitting outside, right? And then I basically walk back through towards the east on the Chuo line. Since I'm going to Yoyogi Park, I think we'll finally take some new roads. I found a pretty nice find at a grocery store 2 days ago. One of the things I'll be introducing into my diet this week is some whey protein. You know, get some more macros in there. And one of my favorite dishes to have is a smoothie. And I just make my little recipes pretty simple. I like to have soy milk, because I'm a soy boy. That's what everyone, you like soy milk? Yes, I do. Leave me alone. We go ice, Greek yogurt, mixed berries, a banana, whey protein, bukake, a little bit of honey on there. And then if I have some oats, I throw a handful in there. But I'm adding a secret weapon this week because I found Skippy peanut butter and then soy milk. I'm gonna be enjoying my peanut butter again because it's not very often that I get to find real peanut butter. So looking forward to those little healthy snacks. They don't have the peanut butter that we've come to like in America, like Choosy Moms Choose GIF. They have this kind of, I can show you the peanut butter that they have at this 7-Eleven. It's gonna be a much more sugary peanut butter. It's really, it's creamy in a sugary way and not at all like the peanuts that we like. Let's see here, peanut butter. This one, peanuts cream. Go Google that, Sonton peanuts cream. It's kind of like, you can kind of see it in there. They have like this cream peanut butter it's a lot more sugary. I like it. You know, if we were in Akihabara, they would just hand us tissues for free to blow our nose in, but today I need to buy some. Wet wipes, condoms, ear cleaners, cotton puffs. Boy, just my daily essentials. Where's the tissues? Okay, you might want to step away from your, oh, that was gross. Yeah. I feel better already. Thoughts on pushing your kid into learning a musical instrument? I'm torn on it, right? Like, first of all, every kid in Japanese schools has to learn the recorder. They don't have to be good at it, but they all have to take the class in music. So, and that carries on all the way through like middle school and high school. But I don't want to force my kid to do anything other than be polite and have empathy for other people. And I can't really force that. I can just try to instill it. But I do think that learning the piano it leads into that empathy. I think through music, we gain a lot of empathy, right? That's what I feel. And I would like them to have some sort of training, even if they're not good at it. I want them to try to learn about music. It's something that I wish that I had a bit more ability in, but I'm not gonna sit there and make them do it for 10 years. But I think that I wish I had had that as an opportunity when I was younger. What's the first video game I wanna play with them? Well, if I get a new house, and by the time my kid's like 4 or 5, first of all, we're gonna have a lot of Scooby-Doo, a lot of Cartoon Olympics, a lot of Looney Tunes, a lot of Anpan-Man, Doraemon. We're gonna mix that shit up. We're not gonna just do Japanese stuff. But as I get older, I wanna set up a 27-inch CRT TV, either in their room, or maybe it's like 20-inch or something. But like, I wanna get them an old TV, and we're gonna start with the Nintendo. And I don't expect them to play it for a long time, but I'm not gonna let them just jump to, that is one thing I will force. I'll say you have to understand where we started and where we're at. We have to go back to appreciate the present. That is important to me. So I don't know what game yet. Super Mario Brothers would be great, Duck Hunt. I'll have to call my buddy Dot Decor and More. He's kind of the retro master. I think the problem is that I truly grew up lucky. Very, very lucky. Because when I was born in '83, video games were, I got to experience the whole damn thing, essentially. Starting with the Atari and the Tandy and the Nintendo and Pong and pinball. And I got to go through like every major generation of games. Step by step by step by step. It was extraordinary. I really loved it. And you can't really put the toothpaste back in the tube now. It's gonna be impossible to give them that context, but I can at least try. And it's not gonna work. I can feel it. They're not gonna be like, okay, wow, yes, this is what games were like. But they're gonna see me streaming, Elden Ring 3, and it's gonna be tough to say like, oh, well, this is a, you'll get to that one later. I had a coworker that refused to play games that were more than a couple years old because the graphics looked too bad. And it was infuriating to have a conversation with them. You know what though? I can't even say that they're wrong. A lot of those games just don't age well. And like for me, when I played Castlevania for the first time, it was at my Aunt Pat's house. And they had a TV downstairs in their big house. And I remember they had this war chest full of cartridges. And I found Castlevania and I plugged it in. And it starts with that kind of, if you've ever seen the intro of Castlevania, Simon Belmont walks up to this gate, the castle's gate, and he goes, "Ba-na-na-na-na-na-na-na, ba-na-na-na-na." And the intro to that game has like old classic 8mm movie reels, because it's about the movie monsters that kind of play through the beginning. Honestly, it's the best looking I've ever seen in my life. It was so cool. And then you go in and it goes, the dun, 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 boom, 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 boom. You're playing this crazy game. It's so sick. So that is hard to be like, check this out. This is the newest shit ever. Doesn't resonate. Behind me is a beef bowl place called Sukiya. Recently, there was a rat that was found dead in one of their miso soups, which is what you get with every single order of beef bowl. I've always told you guys, Matsuya's better. They're not closing. They're going to temporarily shut down 2,000 stores so that they can upgrade health codes and stuff. Or they're gonna add it to the menu. I'll have the rat don, please. Are there any places that you want to travel that you haven't yet? You know what's funny is the hardest part is that I go on these grand adventures with the bros and I'm having an amazing time. I've been on 3 RV streams. I've been on 3 cyclothons. I've been on a couple of trips with Chris, and I have no clue where I'm at half the time. I have no idea, because almost all of those experiences are filmed or streamed, and the priority is the task at hand. And I'm just not able to conceptually realize where I'm at, what I'm doing, and what I'm seeing. You could give me a quiz on all of the places that I've been. I have no idea. If you said, where did you do the yoga training with Connor and Didas? I'd be like, Mie? Where did you go for the paintball? Gunma? When you were on the when you did the Cyclothon 2, where were you? Japan? I don't even know where I was. I can't even remember where we met. So it's really hard for me to keep those in mind. So I kind of want to do traveling on my terms. Not that I wouldn't enjoy doing it with those guys. That's not a complaint, I should say. It's not that I'm not having fun. I just have very few concept of where I'm at. So I want to revisit all the awesome places that they've taken me. And then I can be like, oh yeah, I've been here. I've seen this. I think those guys are really good at planning. So they're going over the maps and they're going over all of the plots and like what we're gonna do and what we're gonna see. And I'm just a willing participant. Ow, that hurt. I just got a spasm through my, the toe next to my big toe. Must have walked on that weird. Ooh. It wasn't even age, guys. That's just me. Wow, look at this house. That's so cool. They have a Sakura. You can see all the petals on the ground in their little gazebo area. That is a stunning place. I see a Sakura tree at the end of this street here that's like towering over the end of this road, and I'm thinking there might be a park or a bench. Okay, guys. Just stay. Okay.
Guess I've lost some of that strength. Okay. Pull-ups are one of my favorite exercises. Not that you could tell by that display. That was fun. All right, now we're back on the road again, boys. You're kidding me. Root beer? I've never seen root beer in a vending machine before. This is like almighty. What the hell is Mr. Brown's coffee? They have Mr. Brown for 100 yen. It says it's a rich blend. Then it's got root beer, lemon and orange soda, melon sodas, yogurun soda. Whoa, fiber squash with the Loki trick? That's crazy. All that stuff predates me. My Asian market here in the US has Mr. Brown's? Really? I've never heard of that. And I am a Jido Hanbaiki fiend. This school is pretty cool. Look at this, guys. When you come to school, you have to walk into the cherry blossoms and you go there and it's, oh, you know what? Now that I think about it, all these kids are done for the year because it's March. School year's over. School year starts in April in Japan, as does work. And sadly, not to be a bringer of bad news, March and April are the two highest months by far for suicide in Japan, which is still in the top 5 globally because of the implications of the big changes that happen in these 2 months. So if you are struggling with mental health or if you've had a bad week, just remember you're worth it. Thank you for being here. And just remember that. What changes? 2 things. The start of the fiscal year is in April because the businesses get promotions or you get moved to new areas or new projects are all due at the end of March. So there's a lot of things that are just like a build up towards the end of March that we've got to get done. And then in April, it's like a restart. For students, it starts over all of your new classes. You're in a new grade. You have new responsibilities. For teachers, you get all new assignments, new homerooms, new all of that stuff. It's a big change. There's going to be a whole new year of kids who are going in there for the first time. And if you are an English teacher in Japan and you're happen to be watching this channel right now, my advice for you is that remember that you have one chance, essentially, to set the tone, how they're going to be received. So I spent my first 3 weeks ultra detailing and fine tuning all of my lesson plans for those first 3 weeks so that they have no choice. So you need to detail the shit out of those lesson plans, make them overly fun, overly engaging, super well timed. Don't just walk in there and hope it's gonna be, like any other class, because if you can set the ground rules that you're gonna promise them engaging lessons, a break from their normal monotony of their other classes, then you'll have even the worst students looking forward to your classes. If you wait too long, you're gonna absolutely regret it because they're gonna miss a ton of, they're just not gonna be tuned in anymore. They're just gonna be like, and you can't win them back, it's over. I made sure I had lots of games and I always had the same 3 rules that I wrote on the board, but now I can't remember them. It was number 1 was, I think it was like respect the speaker. It's like, it's not just me when I'm talking, but if another student is speaking, please just for fuck's sake, let's all just be quiet for 30 seconds so we can support each other and not have to waste more time and we can get into fun activities, but especially if I'm speaking. Number 2 was that you're gonna have to take some risks. I'm gonna have to ask you to participate in class. You've got to participate because if you do not, we are absolutely gonna have an awful time and I don't wanna force anybody. So you're just gonna have to do this. You're just gonna have to step up and then the most important one was mistakes are okay and have fun. Actually, I never talked to him about respecting the speaker. It was participation, mistakes are okay, have fun. Because English is a fun lesson and I'm a fun teacher. We can all enjoy these lessons together once a week. We can come together and be like, yeah, let's have some fun with this. Speaking English is great. I don't want to participate. Yes, you do. You're participating right now. See? I've already convinced you to participate. You're typing in the chat. My plan's already been executed.
Japanese students, from your experience, think the USA is like in movies they see. Like some American think Japan is like the movies/anime.
I think that in my last 13 years of or I guess it was the last, so I haven't taught in like 3 years. A lot of the coolness of America had started to wane already from when I arrived even 14 years ago.
if you go back to like my first visits in the 02, 03, 04, 05, 06, whatever those years, America still had a lot of really big cultural impact. And I think that, you know, tastes changed, and Korea kind of had a big uprising of culture. And then America still was cool with like Marvel movies because Endgame was just finally coming out, and, you know, maybe some television shows, but the music had kind of not been a big impact anymore. I think that a lot of people wanted to visit America, but their concept of visiting made no sense. They just want to always go to like, oh, I want to go to LA, because they think it's going to be cool. Like they think if they watch the OC, that Santa Monica, Malibu, Orange County, Culver City, all these things are within 15 minutes of each other, like Tokyo, but it sucks. But I think now America's kind of found a nice little basic place. Like, it has a bunch of impact on the foods and drinks here. Some craft beer's really been popping up. And I think that, generally speaking, very generally, anecdotally, from my perspective, I think a lot of the people of Japan are very excited that, you know, America has a good relationship, and that they're always kind of like, oh, you're from America, that's cool, whereabouts? I'm like, I've been here 15 years, I don't know. So it's working, but I don't think they have an interest anymore. Like, I think Korea dominates. They didn't know any of the movies or music. I would research like new stuff to try to relate with the kids. Not like I want to be their friend, but like to teach them in lessons to see like what is their understanding. And I noticed very quickly that there's very few American groups that were useful. A lot of that at that time, near the end of my experience, was Twice, and who was the Korean guy band that were like uber popular? BTS, that's the one, thanks, thank you. But yeah, so is there a lot of tension between Korea and Japan? I don't know. I think I'm not really qualified to answer that question. My basic understanding is, from my experience, a lot of the young people don't care, but a lot of the political machinations and older generation still have some frustration. I think there's still a kind of general distrust, sadly, between like China and Japan. I think that even like that still kind of permeates because there's such big personalities on both fronts. You still kind of see that one. That's just my basic understanding, though. You'd be surprised to know this, but high school Japanese kids and teachers didn't really talk to me about their political views. So I was not their first outlet for that. There's an old saying here, though, is that you don't talk about three things in Japan. It's mainly for the older generation now. Like maybe if you had like a kocho sensei or a principal at the school, that age, it'd be, you don't talk about politics, religion, or baseball. Those are the big three. It's just kind of more of a personal, because it's, you know, the implication being it's too argumentative. Holy shit. Look at this place. I gotta respect. It looks like a fudo-san, like a real estate. Enhance. Look at this little mascot in the window. That's crazy. You think he cares about politics? About geopolitical agreements between China, Korea, and Japan? Hell no. Look, he's just spread eagle having a good old time. He's just chilling. Can you say hi to my mom? She's 70 years old and a big fan. We are watching and eating pizza. I will. Let me go over here and make this as unawkward as possible. Oh, hello there. 70 years old, huh? Quite the birthday accomplishment. Heard you're a big fan of the show. Well, you know what? I'm a big fan of you. I hope that you're enjoying that pizza and you're having a little party. Let's call it a pizza party. I hope you have 70 more great, healthy, long years. And as the phone slowly tilts to the side, let it be a reminder that things are not always perfect. We roll with the punches and we make things happen. So happy birthday to you, and enjoy that pizza. Savor it and look at each other in the eyes and say, it's good to have family today. Happy birthday. Okay, couldn't fix the hair in time, but we'll make it work. This is all new roads. This is finally, we've made it. This is brand new walk and talk content. No more of repeat content. No. I don't think I would particularly like living on this street. If I woke up every day and I was like, oh, well, Yeah, I'm going back inside. A couple of things about my place that I live at now, that there's 3 major problems. So the 3 things, one is I've decided from future knowledge, Pete, when I move, not if I move, when I move, I need to be within 3 to 4 minutes of a 7-Eleven. I need to be within 3 to 4 minutes of a 7-Eleven. I need to be within 8 to 10 minutes of this train station. And a grocery store would be appreciated, but a gym would be nicer. Gym stream, I doubt it. I don't want to do a gym stream. This is my gym stream. What am I talking about?
Brother, you complain about walking and you want a gym high.
Oh, okay, time out. Penalty, unnecessary roughness on the chatter. That is a 15-second timeout replay of chat. What you're really thinking is, I said that I love walking, but after about 2 hours, I like to disengage and be like, that's enough. Secondly, you're talking to the weightlifting coach of Higashi High School for 5 years. I was the weightlifting coach. Before I had my shoulder injury, I love exercise. I like picking up things and putting them back down. Okay, wait. I'm not saying before I injured my shoulder, I could have thrown 4 touchdowns. I just didn't get the chance. No, what I was gonna say was, I can't do push-ups anymore because I have like an AC joint injury, and honestly, it's my fault. I need to go to like physio. I need to go to some sort of physical therapy so that I can get it fixed. So I can't do push-ups and I can't do some other range of motion like curls. It hurts. So those things are definitely on the docket. I'm just busy. Just a busy man doing cool stuff.
I think chat would go pretty wild to watch you get jacked. Make money and make gains.
No. I think I don't want to get jacked because the maintenance of being strong is pretty tough. It's kind of a lifestyle. And I just want to be leaner. That's really it. Just fit into clothes I like, not be as self-conscious. But I would like to have some extra muscle and be strong. And when I look in the mirror and when I pull up that left arm, let's say I have 20 more good years left of actual strength. And that would be 61 years old. That gets harder and harder to maintain. What foods are done poorly in Japan from foreign? Okay, so the top 3 that I can think of that I think are commonplace. So they're not like these weird like 1 in a million shops that you're like, oh, this is the worst, foie gras risotto I've ever had in my life. Pizza is pretty goddamn awful unless you know where to go. But the idea of pizza as a concept here really is a snake in my boot, because don't you ever talk bad about Totino's Pizza. Those 88-cent pizzas with hamburger or pepperoni squares or whatever, that saved my life. We're talking Tombstone Pizza, and if you were a wealthy family like my friend Stacy, because he never had to eat no Totino's, his family always gave him the best shit. You go to his house, there's Red Baron Pizza. You're gonna get the Red Baron stuff. And it's not delivery, it's DiGiorno. And then we come from like a bunch of different great pizza places. I worked at Minsky's, I worked at Domino's, I worked at Pizza Hut. Here, they fundamentally fumbled the bag. One, any of the pizzas you get at like a convenience store or a grocery store to bake yourself, they're comically small, lacking all the ingredients, and it tastes like it's made out of Play-Doh. Then you go to like the big chains, and they love this concept of the exoticness of the pizza. So you get like the core 4 pizza explosion. This one's bulgogi, this one's corn mayo, this one's shrimp gratin, and the 4th piece is meat lovers. And you're like, how much is that? 6,000 yen for a medium. So those are tough. Now, if you like traditional Napolitan pizza or whatever it's called, from Napoli, or Nepalese pizza, or if you like really like classic Italian pizza, you're gonna find some great spots. If you're looking for New York style, you can find some great spots. If you're looking for deep dish, go to Chicago. All that being said, pizza by and large never quite hits the way that it needs to be unless you know where to go. So just picking up pizza is always a real shock to the senses. Number 2 is kind of my controversial choice. I'm gonna go with burgers. Not that they're bad, because Japan makes a damn good burger, and some of the best burgers I've ever had in my life have been from Japan. But I think that there's a misconception a lot of the times where they go for the skyscraper style, and it's unwieldy to eat. And Japanese people love to have this kind of burger bag where you eat the burger while also holding a bag. and so it collects all the spillage, and it's a little too high society for high concept for me because of what we're really missing. So, but like the burgers, they'll be stacked up so high, it'll have these 4 avocados, a piece of cheddar that they imported from a moldy, rotten boot from, you know, Alabama, that they're like, oh, it's aged to perfection. And you're like, okay. And then you'll have these huge chunky pieces of lettuce, massive cuts of tomato, and all kinds of just, and it's like this big. And you're just like, all right, I'm out. I don't even want to eat this. So pizza and burgers, and let me think. They crush a lot of the noodle dishes. Those are all very good. The pastas, the noodles, the ramen, the fuzz. Let's see. They're really good at Italian food in general. They have a pretty big French food, kind of. And if you go to the expensive places, they obviously do steaks, arguably the best in the world. I don't know if that's controversial. Probably the best steaks on the planet. No, see, American barbecue is good here because there's only like 4 places that do it, so they can't f it up. You have the Smokehouse, you have Hotto's, and you have this place that I can't remember the name of that's really good, that has like pulled pork sandwiches and stuff. It's weird that I would say sandwiches, but I also really love I eat all the time the convenience store sandwiches, but they really do pale in comparison to a proper sandwich. DAPS is definitely a sandwich place. That's one of the, Harry's and DAPS do sandwiches well, but most places just kind of miss it. But they're good still, but like, yeah. How is this a thing? Look at this. It's called Fast Facial. Oh, no, that's a different place. I think you're supposed to get this one first, then get a Fast Facial. I don't know. So this, Ace Boon Tokyo has to be one of the coolest looking places, but one of the unfortunate spots. Public house, laugh and tattle, beer and food. Huh, that's such a cool bar. That to me, I've never been there. I bet it's very good, but this looks to me like the marriage condition was, if you can make it to 55 and retire, you can finally open your bar. And he said, oh, thank you. But it's got to be in the basement of our house and this street. Yeah, deal. Oh, that looks great. Is this a coffee shop?
Yeah.
Ah, smells inyoe.
Thank you.
Moonship?
Yeah. Actually, Moonship is a clothing shop.
Ah,
for kids.
mattemasu. Tabun ne. Can I see the menu?
Pop-up shop. Yeah.
It's a pop-up shop. Ah, tashukani. I want to try the Costa Rica kind of. Do you know Mitaka?
Mitaka?
I walked from Mitaka to here.
Really?
Yeah. It's been about 4 hours.
Wow.
Yeah.
Are you tired?
I feel good. But I might need a coffee to recharge.
Yeah.
Okay, I'll have a Costa Rica coffee onegaishimasu.
Okay です。ありがとう。
Oh, I'm glad I stopped for coffee. I just kind of felt just now, kind of a very heavy, a little more tired than I thought. You know what I mean? Coffee should be a wonderful break. Oh, すいません。ありがとうございます。はい、お願いします。Oh, smells delicious. ありがとうございます。
あと、プレゼントこれ。
おー、すごい。本当？
ステッカー。
I got a sticker. Oh, ありがとうございます。I'll put it on my my battery forever on our walk and talks. So thank you so much.
Thank you.
Hi. Think about this, guys. We've already had so much cool stuff today. We've already had such a good time, and it's only 1:20 in the afternoon. As much as I love staying up all night and just being a goofball, there is a real value in like waking up from sun up to sundown. The days just feel like you do more. Today's been a wonderful experience though. I can't believe we've walked 20 kilometers. We're not even done. And you know what's great about coffee and teas? 0 calories if you just have it regular. Oh, my back. Let's see how many bones I can snap just putting this thing back on. Okay. Oh, お疲れ様です。すいません。はい。ありがとうございます。失礼します。Oh, it's hot dogs. Choripan. Chorizo? Wow, it smells good. すいません。美味しそう。Garlic chips, onion chips. Okay, we're coming back here next time. Hi. I think we might have somebody. Hello, how are you?
Good. Do you remember me?
I've met you before. How you doing?
Good. Max, by the way.
Yeah, how's it going, Max? You're out in sandals?
Yeah.
You're a brave man.
It's great weather.
It is great weather. What brings you out here?
I literally live
What?
Yeah.
That's
So
crazy.
I was just like watching your stream earlier, and I just like randomly was like, wait, that building looks familiar.
Have you ever tried these choripan?
Yes.
Is it good?
Yeah, the guy basically knows me because I'm the gaijin who walks by every day.
Really? So the choripan is good?
Yeah.
Okay, I've got to have that next time.
Yeah. I actually do recommend it. The guy, he's like, I've tried so many times to get that guy to laugh.
Yeah.
I finally did recently.
Oh, wow. Well, we're going on the way to Yoyogi Park. It's not far, right?
No.
10 minutes?
I won't keep it.
Whoa, so wait, what's your plan for the weekend then? Just relaxing? Are you working
The
or?
lady's coming over tonight.
Oh, hey.
So we're gonna do a little date.
Ah, that's why they had the sirens blaring. They're letting everyone know, clear out of the neighborhood, it's date night.
Yep. Right now I'm on break from someone in the Hongkong Gokko.
Oh, okay.
So, taking a little break from that, but then it starts up in about 2 weeks or so.
Right, around first week of April or something like that.
Yep.
Right, yeah. Well, mate, I hope you have a great day. Have an awesome date night.
No, I will.
I recommend a choripan place right down the road. She'll love it. So, all right. Take care, boss.
Take care.
Well, that was great. I'll see you soon,
I
Max.
just randomly was like, oh, he's on my road.
Yeah. Well, I'll have to walk back here again and catch up with you. We'll grab a hot dog.
Sounds good.
So, all right, take care, buddy. What a legend. What an awesome guy. He has a really great smile. His date night's gonna go great. He'll have a brand new story to say, remember that annoying bastard I told you about? Now he knows where I live. And they tried to arrest him, but they were on the wrong side of the road. See, if you live in Japan, always keep my stream open. You never know where the walk and talks will take me. I could be just around your... That makes it sound like I'm a stalker. I could be behind you right now. Make sure you keep your window open at night and leave milk and cookies out for old Pete, because I'm always around. Okay, just over yonder, we should be in clear view of all of the park. Is there anything to do in Harajuku if you're not into clothes shopping or sweets? Sure, there's the Chile's. Harry's Sandwiches is wonderful. It's a good vibe in there. You can have some good craft beer, eat some good sandwiches, meatball sub, you know, all the classics, the Cubanos. But I mean, Harajuku is known for really its shopping district. Exclusively, that's its main appeal. So you want to go just to see Takeshita Dori. But right after Takeshita Dori, there's like a Granif store that I really like, where you can get some cool sweaters. There's a whole bunch of other shopping areas, and it connects over to Shibuya and Yoyogi. So you can kind of go do stuff. Are there any areas or wards that have become more popular in recent times as those places you mentioned kind of died down? I would say yes. Shimokitazawa, Sangenjaya, Nakameguro. I mean, Shinjuku and Shibuya and Akihabara still have a big pull. Those places, I think, are on the up and up. Jiugaoka, Kichijoji. Those are kind of like more youthful or artist-run places. I know that Ebisu for the longest time has been considered a kind of a bastion for people in their 30s and 40s to still like date or mingle or be fashion there, like to hang out. I don't know if that's still accurate, but that might be a place. I think Koenji's kind of a little run down, a little bit. I don't think it's a popular place. I like it, and I hung out there, and I enjoy like some of the bars that I've showed you guys and stuff, but it didn't seem like it was revitalized or popular. Okay, so just up this hill, I think, and then to the left, we get to walk through the park. I used to, when I first came to Tokyo for a job, my head office was in Yoyogi, and I worked for a company called the Model Language Studio. And I remember a couple of times where we would go to the park as a company and have lunches and talk about we're finally in Japan, our dreams are coming true, only to have back-breaking labor and horrible experiences. But I do vividly remember seeing people play like badminton without a net here, just like couples on dates, people sitting in the park throwing frisbees or sitting on, okay, it's a big hill, sitting on tarps. And I swore to myself, I'm never coming back here. This place makes me miserable. No, I'm kidding. But I don't really spend a lot of time in Yoyogi. Holy shit. So in my head today, I was like, let's just go and have a simple, quiet day at the park. Okay, so this is a lot busier than I anticipated. But look, they have the Hanami here. So underneath the Hanami, you get to relax and hang out. It's only 2 in the afternoon. Now, one thing to remember, guys, is that last Friday, this Saturday, and today, this is the last weekend of like the work year. So everybody can be celebrating their triumphs at work or the start of a new year. It could be a bonding moment, a chance to meet new people or do new things. Okay, this is impossible to stream here. Yeah, we can't. I mean, It's packed, absolutely rammed. This is the most people I've ever seen in Yoyogi Park in my entire life. It's crazy. Sorry. Instead, we can go get food. That's funny. In a perfect Pete way, we make it all the way to Yoyogi Park just to find out that we can't stream here. I chose the one day. If I go tomorrow, we're fine. If I go the day after, perfect. Hey, good news though, we get to eat. This would have been great. Had I known this was happening today, I would have invited like, oh, I wouldn't have streamed it, but I would have been like, hey Alex, hey Kudo-kin, hey guys, let's go and look at that pork burger. It looks amazing. I would have brought the whole gang down. We could have had some fun. Oh my God. I can't believe these kids are doing bad. Oh my God. I would be kind of scared to do this. And I should have, maybe it's because they lack sense. They're just like, let's have fun. Hey, look at this though, guys. This one says taquito. This one is taquitoontheroad@gmail.com. They have pastor, gringa, cheese, chicken and cheese. It looks good though. Oh, what the hell? DAPS. Oh, DAPS Jordan-san. Kichijoji de. Is this Kichijoji or Shibuya Ghost Kitchen?
Yeah, Ghost Kitchen.
Ghost Kitchen, eh? Oh, almost 毎日食べます。毎日で。I am the #1 DAPS fan. I ate DAPS like 2 days ago.
Alright.
So maybe I eat again.
Today's time for chicken over rice.
Yeah, this is my favorite. Yo, that's crazy. I feel like I'm just gonna get chicken over rice then. That's an amazing choice. And I wanna get a drink somewhere. We're open until 5 a.m.? Bro, mine's not. That's crazy. B-side chicken over rice, L size, onegaishimasu. Hi. Oh, there's the drinks. Thank God. I know what you're thinking. Pete, you're gonna be sensible, right? And you're gonna get a electrolytes. Hell no. I'm gonna get a Coke Zero and crush that you guys. すいません。写真できます。すいません。一緒に写真ですね。OK。ありがとうございます。どうも、失礼します。すいません。Alright, now we're locked in. Did you guys smile? Oh, domo. Oh, すいません。どうも. Thank you so much, mate. Let's go sit down. That's great. I think this is the best spot we're gonna get next to our sleeping OG-san. Oh, yes, dude. Oh, baby. Whoever said yuck, you're way wrong. That is unholy copium on your behalf. And so normally, this is not even close to enough to satiate my burning desire for DAPS. This is a half order at best. Okay, let's lock in, okay? Itadakimasu. A job well done today for us. Dude, I could eat 7 of these. I'm so hungry. God, that's good. The rice is super fresh, super soft. I don't know what sauce it is. I don't care. I'm just all about give me, yeah. So here's the news, guys. You ready for this? Today we've walked a record for a walk and talk, as far as I know, in one continuous walk, 30,000 steps. The crazy thing is how insanely far from my house I now am. I think I have to try one of those Mexican tacos though, because as soon as I left my house, I was locked in the idea of I'm gonna have Mexican food today, right? And once you do that to yourself and then you don't have Mexican food, you have like a hole in your heart that cannot be salvaged. So I gotta try one. Thoughts on taco rice? I love it because when I worked at Chipotle, this was after I graduated college. It was my last job before I moved to Japan. I was working at Applebee's as a bartender and Chipotle as a burrito press. And the guy who I was working with, the Mexican dudes, they always said, none of us get tacos or burritos, certainly not a burrito. They all made taco rice. They made the burrito bowls. Oh wait, is that Yuki? Hey, Yuki. Look, I'm in Yoyogi Park, Yuki. Hi. I'm so sorry, I'm just eating. No, another walk done and dusted. We are done today. That was a good one. That was a good run. I'm gonna go say hi to these people because it would be polite and just say what's up. And then I'm gonna bounce to my own beat as I head home. I hope that you guys enjoyed today's stream. It was a 6 hours of power You guys threw in some absurd, and I mean crazy support from the beginning and throughout. It was very humbling. I really appreciate it. I got the baby clothes. I got DAPS. I got to hang out with you guys, and it was a beautiful day. I mean, what more do you want?
Another walk in the bags and one step closer to that mythical goal. Now, I may or may not have been the best English teacher, but I can sure as hell say that I have the best audience. So thank you very much for joining me on these walks, and if you have a place that you would like to see me go ahead and throw it down in the comment section below. That's a weird gesture. I don't know. I'm like, please leave a comment.